There are things about life that most people never learn. Not because these things are hidden, not because they are complicated, but because nobody ever sits down and explains them clearly. School teaches you math. School teaches you history. School teaches you science. But school does not teach you how to think. School does not teach you how to handle failure. School does not teach you how to build a strong mind. So most people learn these lessons the hard way, through pain, through loss, through years of struggling alone. But today, you don't have to learn the hard way. Today, we are going to share 7 secrets, 7 simple truths about life that successful people understand, and most people never do. These secrets are not magic, they are not complicated theories, they are simple, they are practical. And once you understand them, you cannot unsee them. Watch until the end, because the 7th secret is the one that changes everything else. And while you listen, notice something important. Every sentence here is simple English. Every idea is clear. So while your mind grows stronger, your English grows stronger too. Let's begin. Secret 1. Comfort is quiet danger. Here is the first secret. Comfort feels safe. But comfort is actually dangerous. Think about your own life for a moment. When was the last time you truly grew as a person? When did you learn something new about yourself? Most people answer the same way. It was during a hard time, a difficult moment, a situation that pushed them outside their comfort zone. This is not an accident. This is how growth works. Your comfort zone is a small circle. Inside this circle, everything feels safe, familiar, and easy. But nothing new happens inside that circle. No growth, no change, no progress. All real growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, in the space where things feel uncertain, a little scary, and new. Many people spend their whole lives protecting their comfort. They choose the safe job, even when they are unhappy. They stay in a routine, even when it stopped making them grow long ago. They avoid new challenges because challenges feel uncomfortable. But here is the truth. Comfort feels good today, but comfort is dangerous for tomorrow. Because while you stay comfortable, the world keeps moving. Other people keep growing. Opportunities keep passing by. So what should you do instead? You should get comfortable with being uncomfortable. This does not mean you make your life difficult on purpose. It means you stop running away every time something feels a little hard. Start small. Speak to a stranger. Try a new skill. Say yes to something that scares you a little. Each time you do this, your comfort zone grows a little bigger, and your life grows a little bigger with it. Remember this simple rule. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Secret 2. Your thoughts build your life. Here is the second secret. Your outside world is a reflection of your inside world. This might sound strange at first, so let's explain it simply. Every action starts with a thought. Every habit starts with a thought. Every decision starts with a thought. If your thoughts are mostly negative, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works for me, your actions will follow those thoughts, and your life will slowly become a reflection of that negativity. But if your thoughts are constructive, I am learning, I can improve, this is difficult, but I will find a way, your actions will follow those thoughts instead, and your life will slowly build itself around that strength. This is not fake positivity. This is not pretending everything is perfect. This is about choosing which thoughts you allow to control your mind. Here is a simple example. 2 people lose their jobs on the same day. The first person thinks, "This is a disaster. I am a failure. My life is over. This person feels hopeless. They stop applying for new jobs. They stop believing in themselves. Days turn into weeks of doing nothing. The second person thinks, this is difficult, but this is also a chance to find something better. This person feels disappointed too, but they also feel motivated. They update their resume. They contact people. They start moving forward, one small step at a time. Same situation, different thoughts, completely different results. So here is your practice for this secret. For 1 week, notice your thoughts. When a negative thought appears, don't fight it. Just notice it and ask yourself one simple question. Is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it's hurting you, replace it with something more useful. Not fake, just more useful. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, grow. So plant thoughts that build you up, not thoughts that tear you down. Secret 3. Discipline beats motivation. Here is the third secret, and it might be the most important one for actually achieving your goals. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is what actually works. Most people wait for motivation before they take action. They say, I will start exercising when I feel motivated. I will study English when I feel inspired. I will work on my dream when I feel ready. But motivation is like weather. Some days it's strong. Some days it disappears completely. You cannot build a life around something so unpredictable. Discipline is different. Discipline means doing the right thing, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline means waking up and exercising, even when you're tired. Discipline means practicing English, even when you don't feel excited that day. Discipline means working toward your goal, even on the days when your motivation is completely gone. Here is a simple way to build discipline in your life. First, start extremely small. If you want to build a habit of reading, don't force yourself to read for 2 hours. Start with just 5 minutes. Small actions are easy to repeat, and repetition is what builds discipline. Second, make your habit consistent, not perfect. It's better to practice for 5 minutes every single day than to practice for 2 hours once a week. Consistency builds strong habits. Occasional effort does not. Third, remove excuses before they appear. If you want to exercise in the morning, prepare your clothes the night before. If you want to study English every day, keep your notebook open on your desk, not hidden in a drawer. Make the good habit easy and make the bad habit hard. And finally, remember this: discipline is a muscle. The first few days feel difficult, but every day you push through, the muscle grows stronger, and eventually, discipline becomes automatic. It stops feeling like effort, and it starts feeling like who you are. Motivation might get you started, but only discipline will keep you going. Secret 4. Failure is information, not identity. Here is the fourth secret. Failure does not define you. What you do after failure defines you. Most people are terrified of failure. They avoid trying new things because they are afraid of failing. They stay silent instead of speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes. They stay in their comfort zone forever because failure feels like the worst possible outcome. But here is a truth that successful people understand deeply. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every person who has ever built something meaningful, a business, a skill, a strong body, fluent English, has failed along the way. Many, many times. The difference between people who succeed and people who give up is not that successful people never fail. The difference is how they respond to failure. When most people fail, they think, I am a failure. I am not good enough. I should stop trying. This is a mistake because this turns a single event, failing at one thing, one time, into a permanent identity, being a failure forever. But failure is not who you are. Failure is simply information. It tells you what didn't work, so you can try something different next time. Here is a better way to think about failure. When something doesn't work, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I learn from this? What would I do differently next time? What is one small step I can take right now? This turns failure from a wall that stops you into a door that teaches you. Think about learning to walk as a baby. Babies fall down constantly. They fail again and again. But they never think, I am a failure at walking. I should give up. They simply try again and again until walking becomes natural. This is exactly how you should treat every failure in your life, as one more attempt on the way to success, not as proof that you cannot succeed. Fail, learn, adjust, try again. This is the real formula for growth. Secret 5. Your circle shapes your future. Here is the 5th secret. The people around you have more influence on your life than you probably realize. There is a well-known idea that says you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about this carefully. If the people around you are constantly negative, constantly complaining, constantly settling for less than they deserve, it becomes very difficult for you to think differently, even if you try hard. But if the people around you are growing, working on their goals, thinking positively, and pushing themselves forward, you naturally start doing the same, almost without effort. This is not about being unkind to people who are struggling. This is about being intentional about who influences your mindset every single day. Here is a simple way to think about your circle. Divide the people in your life into 3 groups. The first group are people who drain your energy. After spending time with them, you feel tired, negative, or discouraged. The second group are people who are neutral. They don't help you grow, but they don't hurt you either. The third group are people who lift you up. After spending time with them, you feel inspired, motivated, and more confident. Most people don't think about this at all. They simply spend time with whoever is available without noticing the effect it has on their mind. But here is your task. Start noticing how you feel after spending time with different people. And slowly, intentionally, spend more time with people from the third group. This doesn't mean you need to cut everyone else out of your life completely. It simply means being more thoughtful about where you invest your time and your energy. Because here is the truth. Your environment is either building you or it is slowly breaking you down. There is very little in between. Choose your circle carefully. It will shape more of your future than almost anything else. Secret 6. Small actions create big results. Here is the 6th secret, and it's one that most people underestimate completely. Big results do not come from one huge action. Big results come from small actions, repeated consistently over time. Most people want fast results. They want to lose weight in 1 week. They want to become fluent in English in 1 month. They want to become successful in 1 year. But real, lasting change almost never happens this way. Real change happens slowly, quietly, through small, consistent actions that most people consider too small to matter. Imagine 2 people who want to improve their English. The first person studies for 3 intense hours, once every 2 weeks, whenever they feel motivated. Between these sessions, they do nothing. The second person studies for just 15 minutes every single day, without exception. At the end of 1 month, who do you think has better English? It's the second person, even though their total study time might actually be similar. Because consistency creates a different kind of learning. Daily practice builds habits, strengthens memory, and trains the brain in a way that occasional intense study simply cannot match. This principle applies to everything in life, not just English. Health, relationships, career, personal growth, they are all built through small, consistent actions, not through occasional huge efforts. Here is a powerful way to think about this. Imagine you improve just 1% every single day. It sounds insignificant, almost too small to notice. But over 1 year, these small daily improvements compound into something remarkable. On the other hand, if you get 1% worse every day, through bad habits, laziness, or negativity, you also compound in the opposite direction, and after 1 year, the results are just as dramatic, but in the wrong direction. So the question is not, what huge action can I take today? The better question is, what small action can I repeat every single day? Small, consistent actions are unglamorous. They don't feel exciting. Nobody films a video of someone studying for 15 quiet minutes. But these small actions, repeated over months and years, are exactly how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. Secret 7. You are responsible for your life. Here is the 7th secret, and it is the foundation that all the other 6 secrets stand on. You are responsible for your own life, not your parents, not your past, not your circumstances, not other people, you. This might sound difficult to accept at first, especially if life has been genuinely hard for you. And it's true, not everyone starts in the same place. Some people face more difficulty than others, and that difficulty is real. But here is the important distinction. What happens to you is not always in your control. How you respond to what happens to you is always in your control. Many people spend years blaming their circumstances for where they are in life. I didn't get the right opportunities. My family didn't support me. I didn't have enough money. Life is unfair. And in some ways, these things might even be true. But focusing only on these things keeps you stuck, because none of them are things you can change today. The moment you shift your focus from what happened to me to what I will do now, everything changes. Because now, you are focusing on the one thing you actually have power over, your own choices, starting from this exact moment. This is not about ignoring real problems. It's about refusing to let those problems become permanent excuses. Think about it this way. 2 people can experience the exact same difficult childhood. One person spends their entire adult life blaming that childhood for every problem they face. The other person acknowledges the difficulty, but decides, I will not let this control the rest of my life. I will build something different, starting today. Which person do you think ends up living a fuller, stronger life? Taking responsibility for your life doesn't mean everything that happened is your fault. It means your future is your responsibility, regardless of what happened in your past. This is genuinely the hardest secret to fully accept because it removes every excuse. There is nowhere left to hide, no one left to blame. But it is also the most powerful secret because it gives you back complete control. Once you truly accept that you are responsible for your life, you stop waiting for someone else to save you, fix you, or motivate you. You start saving yourself. One decision, one action, one day at a time. Let's look at these 7 secrets together, because they are not separate ideas. They connect into one complete way of thinking. Secret 1 taught you that comfort is quiet danger, and real growth happens at the edge of what feels safe. Secret 2 taught you that your thoughts build your life, So choose thoughts that build you up, not thoughts that tear you down. Secret 3 taught you that discipline beats motivation, because motivation is unreliable, but consistent action always works. Secret 4 taught you that failure is information, not identity. It teaches you, it doesn't define you. Secret 5 taught you that your circle shapes your future, so be intentional about who influences your mindset. Secret 6 taught you that small actions create big results through quiet, consistent repetition over time. And Secret 7 taught you the foundation underneath everything else. You are responsible for your own life, starting from this exact moment. None of these secrets are complicated. You could probably have explained several of them yourself if someone had simply asked you the right question. But knowing these secrets is not the same as living by them. The real difference between people who transform their lives and people who stay exactly where they are is not information, it's action. So here is a simple challenge for you. Choose just one secret from today's video. Just one. The one that felt most relevant to your life right now. And today, take one small action based on that secret. Not tomorrow, not next week when you feel more ready. Today. If it was secret 1, do one small thing outside your comfort zone. If it was secret 3, complete one small action toward a habit you've been putting off. Because remember, small actions, repeated consistently, are exactly how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. You already have everything you need to start. You don't need more information. You don't need more motivation. You simply need to begin. That is the end of today's 7 secrets. While you were listening, your mind absorbed a new way of thinking about your own life. And at the same time, your ears absorbed clear, natural English, simple vocabulary, connected ideas, real sentences you can understand and reuse in your own life. This is exactly how real learning happens, not through pressure, not through memorizing lists, but through listening, understanding, and slowly, naturally, letting new ideas become part of how you think, in your own language, and in English. So before you go, ask yourself one final question. Which of these 7 secrets do you need to hear again the most? Write it down, say it out loud, and most importantly, act on it today. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Leave a comment and tell us which secret was most powerful for you. And subscribe, because every day we bring you more stories, more motivation, and more simple English to help you grow, one lesson at a time. See you in the next video. Stay disciplined, stay responsible for your life, and keep building, one small action at a time.